Good evening. What is up? How's everybody doing on this awesome Wednesday night? Is that where we are? Midweek, it's hump day. I'm digging these evening time readings. It feels like a nice way to round out the evening. Gather round with your blankies and your puppy dogs and your tea. We should be drinking tea. Can we have a tea talk? Okay, for those of you who are new, hi, I'm Dharma, and this is going to be a next 24 hours or until the next time I do this live. That's how long the time span is for this particular grouping of energy reads. I think that we should drink a tea at nighttime when we do these. If we do the moons in the morning and we have the coffee, when we do the moons, for the bedtime stories, we should drink a tea. And while we spill the tea, that's right, Estelle. Are we spilling tea on ourselves, I guess? So let's start a thread on the Raven's Nest, which is on Facebook, about which tea we're going to drink. Maybe we'll all get our own and talk about what we like about it. Well, you can have sleepy time tea. You don't always have to sit in the easy chair and smoke 2 J's in the morning and smoke 2 J's at night. Okay. Sometimes you could just have tea. That they think it's fun. I told you, if your life is monotonous and you're part of the collective, I pick up what you watch on TV. It's ridiculous. Especially when it's like this really hot love story and you're like, yes, finally. And then you're like, you know, watching Grey's Anatomy or something. I like chamomile is good. Anything with the honey in it. I heard you're supposed to drink local honey. Like there's science behind that. Something about the fact that the bees have all the allergens in your particular area. So if you, it's something about it makes you more immune to your local allergies. There's a whole science behind it with like literal studies and things that I could show you, but that's the gist. That's the abstract. Eat local honey so that you have less allergies because science. Right. It gives you immunity to that area's allergens. Hello from the Philippines. Very cool. Yeah. See, look at how smart all of us Ravens are. Okay, little announcement. We are getting the Betwixt channel rolling again. If you guys remember, there's a second channel called Betwixt Tarot. I'm sure the link is in the box below somewhere, but I haven't uploaded since like July, so don't worry about it. But if you are a reader, attention Betwixt readers, I know you guys are watching this. If you're a reader on Betwixt, get at me on Facebook because we have a little treat that we're doing for the tribe. And if you want to get in on that, we are going to do collective uploads. It's going to be really cool. So, and it's in efforts to help you guys out, get some more readings your way so that you can create your own spiritual business. I'm trying real hard to help you out with that. So if you are still on board with that, get at me on Facebook and I'll tell you all about it. It's going to be really cool. Okay. I think that's it. Here in a couple weeks, we'll be getting back to a real schedule. I say that all the time, and then yet here we are doing PJ parties. All right. We do have a regular schedule. We do this every single day. We do the moons, and occasionally we do the signs. You want to be a reader? Well, get at me, Colby. You can read me, buddy. You're going to pull cards for me? Pull cards for me. Colby! Pull cards for me. Let's see what you... see what the oracle says. Tupelo? What kind of honey is Tupelo? I've never heard of that before. There's lots of readers on Betwixt. Several. So if anybody's looking for a private reading, there's people online right now. You could literally get a reading right this instant if you go to betwixt.me and pick somebody. Okay, that's all the tribe news that I have. I'm on Betwixt too. I try to be on there during the day though, New York time. Are you ready? Tell us something good. Are we doing play with me tonight? I know, I am. Oops. Well, if you want to do play with me, somebody stop me. We can take a second for you to run and go get your cards. For those of you who are new, this is something we started doing a couple of years ago, where I will get the gist of the collective message and then you pull for yourself and clarify for yourself. Everybody's like, yes, ready. I love the PJ parties. You guys are so much fun. It is fun. Alrighty, tell us something good. Oh. I heard if I put my hair back, do my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. You might be. Except that song is If He Don't Love You Anymore. But that's not the part I heard. We'll see. Well, but Coco, the death card isn't a bad card. It just means a change. It could be your guide sitting next to you like, awesome, you've never done the play with me before. Cool. Change. Because after you do this, you will never go back to a time when you haven't done play with me with the tribe. So you're getting a chance to touch tribe energy, and you're actively going to be working with the divination tools, and your guides are stoked. So they throw cards out. I did my nails today, and I did that dip powder. I will never use anything else besides that. It went quickly. It was no mess. It didn't get all over the place. It made perfect little Frenchies. I will never use anything else besides the dip powder. Your baby brother is Lizzo's bodyguard? Hey! I don't think Lizzo needs a bodyguard. She probably asked somebody to pull up. No, Lizzo's not worried about it. She's awesome. I love a proud woman. I love it. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. I did the gel now. So for my birthday, I got one of those drills. And let me tell you the amount of zen that I'm having. Like I said, I thought it was going to save me all kinds of money from going to the salon every 2 weeks to get them done professionally, right? But then I got the drill, and then I had to buy all the shit to go with it. What? She's staring at me. So now I have all the colors and everything else. But first I tried the gel, and that shit got everywhere. It got everywhere. It was everywhere. It was in my hair. It was all over the UV light. I mean, it was everywhere. And then I went to regular acrylic, and then the regular acrylic was like a big chunky mess to where I drilled and drilled and drilled until I made my nail beds, or not, my cuticles bleed. And then this time I tried the dip powder, and it was so good. It's just so good. I'm so happy with it, and it only took me like 30 minutes. It was worth it. Trial and error, my friends. Trial and error. Don't. Murph. Charlie Murphy! Get off my couch! Yeah, my dog's name is Charlie Murphy. Because of that, obviously. He's the darkness. All right. First time frame. Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Anonymous. So somebody is sitting... I mean, it's like crisscross applesauce. Somebody's sitting all like this. They're just sitting. But that's the Six of Pentacles. It could be deep in thought. This could be like a manifestation bubble. I was just telling Maslow the other day. She's like, what were you doing all day? I was like, I was in heavy manifestation mode. It was crazy. Like, I was in the life that I envisioned for myself. I was in it for like I stayed in that meditation for like 3 hours. It was crazy. But it kind of looked like that, sitting still, but the whole picture was up here. But you have Anonymous. So you have a masculine and a feminine here. And it's like this masculine here is like looking at the moon, or looking at a North Star, or looking at a distant horizon. And see, there it is again with this imagery around the head. It feels like being in a thought bubble. And it's like this, the feminine in this can pull in the energy. It's like being in a meditation, but she's in this energy. And this one, this masculine, can see it too, but they see it different. You can't, I mean, everybody can do divination however they do it, right? Once you figure out how to work your energetic body, the way that it works for you is not going to be the same that it is for everyone else. Kind of like how most vampires have a skill, but their skill is different. So it's like they can, maybe since she's got all this light around her, what they can see is her light from a distance. Maybe they're close enough to where they could actually see if you have lights on or something like that. Or maybe it's more metaphysical or metaphorical, that this light that they're looking off into the distance there is her. She's the star. She's so lucky, and she's a star, but she cries in the lonely night, thinking, if there's nothing missing in my life, then why do these tears come at night? Brittany. Yeah, I know. Did I just age myself? Bitch, I was brought up on Brittany. But not really, because I was always into rock. Like, all of my girlfriends were listening to Britney Spears, and I was listening to Metallica. I had a thing for Kirk Hammett. Hard. When his hair was all short and curly. Like 1998. Oh my goodness gracious. Right? Yes. I was dead set, bound and determined to move to San Francisco. Because I might run into it. It could happen. Okay. What's my point? So, in this particular image, you have this boat, right? And there it is again with this light and the thing. And it looks like they are like, you know what? I should just get on the boat and go to it. I should go to it. What's it? The light. She stayed. Maybe they don't know she's standing in the light. Maybe they don't realize what they're desiring is her, but I highly find that hard to fucking believe. Maybe there's just something about her that they're drawn to. So during this time frame, the moon is definitely up because it's depicted in all four of these pictures. So this would be a nighttime energy. but it depicts two people who are in two separate areas. And one of them is gonna just sail on over. Two of Cups, I bet. Ace of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. And there it is again. Look at that glow around her. She's glowy. It could be an aura. You could have a golden aura. Can you see my aura? What color is my aura? I know what color it is, so if you tell me. You're the Queen of Pentacles for this person because you're stable. They know what your answer is before. This is someone who, they don't really like to make any moves unless they know what the answer is going to be. And they're looking. This person thinks about you when they see the moon. But it's... yeah. What is the movement that we're seeing here? You had a dream that you had a... What's up, Prissy? Prissy. Somebody remind me to put Prissy in the Betwixt Readers chat. I'll just write it down. I could write it down. That would work. Text Prissy. Make sure you check out her channel, which is Prissy Tarot. And she's on Betwixt as well. What is the forward movement that we see? Aquarius. New beginnings, opportunity, arrival. That's the stork, okay? I think because we pull the stork so often, you have to think, if you've been following collective readings, okay, and for a while, think about all the times that we've pulled the stork card and what actually happened in a story that resonated for you. For me, I think it is someone who arrives and departs, or an entity or a person or a situation or something that shows up and then it leaves. And then it shows up and then it leaves. The stork doesn't stick around. The stork is a delivery of what? The magnet is here that is longing. The bunnies are here, and you know what bunnies do. It feels like somebody just has the opportunity right now. So they are, it's like they sit so still. They just sit really, really still a lot. If this person isn't working, they're typically sitting still. But they go into this deep, like, contemplative place where they're looking at this thing here that's, look, even in this image, these are the two masculine images, and they're sitting by themselves, and there's this glowy thing that's really close but distant, but also very close. And then when you see all the images of the feminine, she's the one who's standing in the middle of the glow. She is the glow, right? And so you have this Six of Swords energy. I'm like, well, what's that? It's the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. It's forward movement, steady. Let me see the water in this picture. So the water's a little rough. And when we talk about water in tarot or divination, that would be a... Oh, play with me. Okay, hold on one second. When we talk about tarot, when we talk about water in tarot or divination, it's emotions. And so we do a guided meditation often to check yourself. We're on the calm boat, and you visualize that you're on this boat and you look around at the water that you're in, and the state of the water is the state of your emotions. So if you're in your boat and it's like sliding on glass, then you're totally, totally, totally calm. But in this instance, fuck. Wow, it was way down there. But in this instance, the water is awfully rough. That's pretty rough. It's rough water. Okay, so we're going to do play with me. Thank you for reminding me. Get your cards. And if you don't have cards, that's okay. I'm going to clarify for everybody as well. But clarify what the Six of Swords is. And so we're talking about two people who are separate but together, but kind of spiritually connected. And in this time frame, you have a Six of Swords moment, which means forward movement of some kind. But we're looking at this card, and the forward movement is on a rocky path in a real way. So go ahead and clarify for yourself what that is. And if you need help with the key terms for each card, let me know. But collectively, it looks like, here we are again with these birds. It looks like they're sitting there watching the aura or the glow, and they're like, I'm going to go over there. Or I'm going to land in that. I'm going to go to the light. Go to the light. I'm going to go to it. Why not? I'm going to do that. Text. And that literally says text. That's how you guys are gonna, that's how they're gonna make it happen. Well, that's the point, Tara. She said she got the Four of Pentacles. And what's the first thing when you think about when you hear the Four of Pentacles? Holding on to. So your forward movement is to not let it go. And you're just going to continue going up the stairs. You're going to hold on to that. Make that decision to hold on. All right, so we have I can't hold on to the cards. You get a text and you're like, yay. What's the text about? King of Wands. They're like, why don't you... It feels like bring a pillow. Or bring something. They want you to bring something in a bag. They're literally like, come here and bring a bag. See, and then again, you have this... It could just be just a pathway. Because up there on top is a house and they're right here. And there's just like, you could see it. It's close but far. See? Near, far, near, far. The Chariot, Four Wands. Come on over, baby. Ten of Cups. So, what am I even talking about here? I mean, how many different ways can you say that you're going to get a text from somebody? I think the point of what we're getting at here is that there is a oversoul or an overglow or a bigger picture, a divinely guided, like... This is what you should be doing, so go do it, spiritual nudge. And they do. It feels very... But then go back to the part where it was the stork, and they arrive and they depart. So is the intention then to stay with the separate places, or are they going to arrive, come forward with the Six of Swords? in smooth movement forward and then leave again. And what does it mean to leave in daily tarot? It means go home, right? Don't fucking freak out. There's no Ten of Swords cards. There's no death cards here. There's none of that. Is this an in and out situation? Queen of Wands, Two of Cups, King of Cups, the Sun, Hermit. Yeah, it's like you will be, even if you do see somebody, at the end of the night, you're going to be by yourself. And it feels like you feel like that about it. But that doesn't have to mean they're a shady person. It means that maybe your babysitter needed to go home. Or it's a fucking school night. So staying out till 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning is wildly inappropriate. This doesn't have to be Jerry Springer. You could just need to go home. And it's a daggone bummer because you would rather stay. Empress, Queen of Cups. This person might meet your friends. Could know a water sign, a Pisces, a Taurus, or a Libra. And like a fire sign. They want to meet your friends. Just because it feels like if you do you hang out? I don't know. I don't know. What I don't see here is knights. Knight. If I saw a knight here, I would say, fuck yeah. They're going to definitely offer you to, what did Colby say? Home is Valhalla. I love that. What's up, Tiffany? If I were to have seen why don't you clarify that for yourself? If you're going to pull a card for yourself, would you play with me on whether or not you're actually going to interact with this person? And you would have a yes by way of some kind of knight, or maybe like the Four of Wands would talk about the togetherness. I got the Anchor, which is usually restraint. Like their boat has an anchor on it, so they're not going anywhere. But that could mean a lot of things. They're not going anywhere, meaning you don't have to worry about it. But it also means that they're probably not leaving their house. Temperance. It's the Emperor in Temperance. It's the Emperor in Temperance. Maybe, oh jeez. I think that maybe in this particular scenario, the reason that the water is emotional is because it feels like it's suddenly emotional. Also feels like maybe they forgot their feelings, or they have just been disconnected, or I don't know. All right. Let's get another. Hi, Luella. Wow. Are you okay, Colby? We did play with me. We just did play with me. Didn't we just do play with me? I pulled the anchor for everybody on whether or not you were gonna actually see this person or not. All right, next time frame. The lovers. Oh my. Just give me the red light special all through the night. Wow. So somebody in the tribe might be getting a manual chakra realignment. That could be happening. But there is hecking intense eye contact. It feels more like it's kind of a big deal. There's something about it that changes things. There's the look of love. Ace of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. And Temperance. So this is love. Ten of Pentacles and the Devil. You're obsessed. That's the thing about when they do the red light special. Okay, it breaks your brain. Didn't they always say that when a man kisses your forehead, that's how they disassemble your fucking brain? They be-Twitter you. You don't know what to think. Somebody is buzzing around like this is nice. I like this. I really like this. I really, really like this. Ace of Pentacles. Huh. Let me get a different card. What is that? We're buzzing around like in a really good mood here. To pull for yourself on the Lovers. What's the Lovers? Okay, so the Lovers is, in general, generally speaking, is a choice. Typically a choice in love. You choose to be there together. You get the green light. A big, fat yes. A big, fat yes. And then it's oh my God, the sun 3 times. This person has Leo in their chart. And they could have a tattoo right in the center of their chest, or a scar even. Right in the center. They could have several, but that one usually maybe stands out. And they're like, it feels like, come to me. Come to me. Passion. Fireworks. Oh my God, it's the red light special. Oh my, what are you gonna do about it? Oh. What are you gonna do about it? Leo, again, and the Swans. This is definitely a soulmate of yours. They just are, but you already knew that. They're going to give you some insight into a stalemate. But what's crazy is that the image that I just saw was not that they were playing chess with you, but that you were the king and queen on the same side of the board. And so, let's talk about chess. What's the most strategic move? Is it to leave the king in the background and let the queen do all of the things? Or do we protect the queen? I forget. I don't know how to play chess. It's very difficult to explain when I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You're supposed to, all of the pieces do crazy things. And you're supposed to, when you do the checkmate, it's because the queen defends the king. And it feels like there's a meeting of the minds, like this is why this stalemate needs to happen or needed to happen or whatever. And it feels like you and me are on the same team, right? Because I miss you when you're not. Look, lovebirds. It's adorable. It's adorable. It's a red light special. It feels like they get you with all this Leo energy. Okay, all of that sun energy. And then they swirl you around. And you don't know what's happening. And they're swirling in sacred geometry everywhere. And you have a great time. And then they look at you like king and queen on the chessboard. Here's the strategy. Like hecking lovebirds. It's adorable. Caca. What's up, Hillary? Nice to see you. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, the queen can do just about everything. But they might be telling you that because if you're the queen on the chessboard, they're like, I need for you to do this and this and this and this in order to keep our kingdom or something. I don't know. It's past my bedtime. What time is it? Like 8:15? I am seriously ready to pass out. Big hugs, Hillary. All right. You're early in the morning, out on the street. Oh. So somebody's sitting around by themselves like that early in the morning. You could be sitting by yourself. You could have a big cup of coffee with you, and there's like a ho-hum kind of feeling. 4 cups is disappointment. Typically for me, 4 wands. Okay, so you might know an emperor. This could be your baby's father, your husband, your whole boyfriend, a best friend, someone that you know that is an emperor. People can become emperors because they have heirs or because they have their own business and their own empire. And they're talking to you about some kind of like teepee or hut or like circus tent, or we could do this. We can build this thing together, stand up for each other. Ace of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Tower, the Sun, King of Cups. They are on board. Solely on board. Thank you, Heavenly. I appreciate that. They want to pack a Spenonite bag. They are totally on board. They are sick and tired of feeling this emperor feels left out. This is the Emperor's blues. And they are like, they're on board. For whatever that means. It means they're on board. And you're sitting there like, they're not on board. And then they like call you or reach out or You get an email or something happens where you find out they are on board. And Nine of Cups. And it makes you really happy right after that because yay. It's like that moment when the person that you like swear is never, ever, 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 never, ever going to come through on anything comes through like Ganesh. It's kind of perfect. Okay. This is going to be like right before the next tarot story. I always run out of juice in the last couple. You could be having some pretty severe flashbacks about your manual chakra realignment and just sitting around thinking about it. The moon fantasizing, 10 of Cups. Judgment, Ace of Cups. I don't care what they said. I'm in love with you. You are going to be surprised with the way this person acts. They're going to act different. It doesn't feel bad different. It feels balanced. 2 of Cups different. It feels what you doing later. What are you doing later? It feels like that. And you're sitting there having like intense memory bank full of whatever happened with you two. Memories over and over again, but then they show up like right then in your mind, or I don't know what that means, but you just notice that they're behaving differently. And it feels like, have you ever seen that movie Good Luck Chuck? So what are you doing later? What are you doing later? Hey, it's me again. Me again. All right, can we get one card, please, for how we're going to be leaving this time frame until we go right into the next tarot story? 2 of Pentacles. And Judgment. You have 2 really awesome choices. And you're protected, though, so it doesn't really matter what you choose. 2 of Cups. This is good. All very good. I don't know why I just pulled a whole bunch of cards. Whatever you manifested, you're getting. All right. For real this time. One card, please, for how we're going to be leaving. Ace of Swords. That's my point. You might go from a, I'm not sure, I'm not sure, I'm not sure. Okay. And then you go for it right after that, which is awesome. So I'm going to leave that. Girl, it's been like 3 days. Give the man a moment. So I want to talk about tea and what kind of teas that we enjoy for helping us ease into a bedtime routine. So let me know. And don't forget, if you are a Betwixt reader, get at me on Facebook so that I can add you into the group chat because we're doing something fun. So I would love to talk to you. Lavender, chamomile, and honey. Talk about, you might as well be drinking milk of the poppy. It's not at all like that, but you feel me. All right. I guess that's it. Bella Cola, what's that? Well, there's belladonna. What is the botany behind belladonna? How much of it can you have? Is it poison? I don't think it's poison. I think it's a sedative. I could talk about herbs and flowers all day long. Chamomile. Chamomile. It's chamomile. Belladonna is not death. There's a lot of plants that you can consume too much of and perish. It said chamomile. That's funny. Okay, well, let's continue this conversation. Yeah, nightshade. Nightshade is not belladonna. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about the shadow plants, which is nightshade, belladonna, milk of the poppy, things like that. You guys, they are moonflower. Some plants are toxic, but just because they have a nasty name doesn't mean they're going to kill you. But also, just because it's a plant doesn't mean that you should ingest it. But I would like to know. So let's have a the moonflower the dark garden chat about what they're for and what you can use them for. And when you're researching to find information to contribute to the conversation, make sure that your source that you're getting your information from is credible. Okay, and also look for the medicinal purposes, not the people will go down a spiritual path and Wiccan this and pagan that, and here's your herbs and your dead man's toes. It's a plant. Okay, there's probably a reason that it's used for, and it doesn't involve a cauldron and a voodoo doll. Let's take the topic to 2024, shall we? Check your sources and let's have an educated conversation about the plants and leave the silliness at the door. Well, we can talk about it. Okay, so anyway, head over to the Raven's Nest. Somebody start that thread for me. I'm very interested in that. And I will be on in the morning because the moon will be moving to Taurus sometime in the middle of the night. All right. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.